But having guys been there, done that, it's been the up and downs of a season, and shoot, man, he was. They were 2 inches away from winning the World Series, right? So he's hungry too. He wants to win it, and I bet there were other opportunities for him to go, but he selected us. He wanted to come here. He was impressed by Pete and the group offensively, what they presented to him, and I'm glad that he's with us.
He said he's really kind of embracing that opportunity to kind of move all over the place. You don't hear a lot of players kind of say they kind of want to be a super utility. How much
Yeah, I think versatility comes into play. He's really good at second, really good at short, really good at third base defensively, and that's something that we've been trying to accomplish. Actually, I was just talking to BOH about that. If you look at our seasons, when Trevor is playing, we've been really, really good. When he got hurt those 2 years, the quality of the perform in between the lines, it went down, right? So if something happens, with Trevor, we know we have somebody that have done it, right? So we're protected that way. And I think we're getting to the point as an organization that those are the important things that we have to do in the offseason. The big things are the big things. Suarez is a big thing. The trade is a big thing. But kind of like the edges of the roster, that's what we're doing now, and that's what winning teams do. And he liked what we offer. He's ready for it. We'll find ways to get him at bats and get him innings, and he's going to contribute.
You talked about the leadership aspect with him, but even for a guy that played as deep into the postseason as he did, and also had the experience that he did, kind of weathering some media stuff or stuff that blew up with the play at the plate, the base running. Like, how important is that for like a younger? You guys had a little experience in the postseason, but not necessarily as much as that he's had last year.
Yeah, it's important, but we got to get there. We talk about it today. It was a big step for the organization. We did an amazing job last year making it to October, but let's be realistic. 3 days in October, that wasn't it. We're signing in for more. So he had the opportunity to get back to Toronto and did a lot of good things for them and was able to make that run. They did an amazing job. But before that, he was with a team that it was actually struggling. So he had both ends of the equation, right? So he has a lot of experience. He knows how it works, and I'm not saying he's going to become the voice, right? But Ref Nader's not here anymore. He became kind of like the veteran that didn't play every day that was able to help, and I think with IKF he'll do the same thing.
When do you? Obviously, position players are not all here, but when do you expect Durbin and Monasterio and Siegler?
I think they're getting tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And in your 1:30 meeting yesterday, do you have any more clarity on second and third?
Oh no, not that one, not that one. We talk about how we're gonna use them in camp. Like Campbell. He'll get most of his reps in the outfield, but he'll work with Flo at second and third base. IKF second, short, third. I'll leave it first, if that. So nothing as far as like who's gonna play second, who's gonna play third. We know Trevor's gonna play short.
And Durbin reps at second and third, both, I assume.
And Marcelo too. Yeah.
You've seen a good amount of IKF because he was on an AL East team for such a long time. What kind of stood out to you about his style of play?
Just solid defensively, good base runner, efficient. When he takes off, he's safe. So, we like that. And one thing about utility players, and we lived it, right? Like when you play, you don't want to do more than Dustin Pedroia or Nomar Garciaparra or whoever. You just want to be you, and you is good enough. So he understands that, and whenever he plays, we're going to be okay.
He told us that the Blue Jays were glad that they were going to face the Yankees instead of you guys because they didn't want to see Crochet and some of the other guys in the playoffs. They were talking about kind of being worried that they thought they could beat the Yankees and they didn't think they could beat you, even though the elimination happened. Does it feel kind of good to know that a team that just won the pennant was scared to face you?
I don't think they were scared, but I think a lot of people thought that we had a good baseball team. We didn't get an out in the 8th with 2 strikes and 2 outs, and then we got eliminated. So we didn't make enough plays. So, but we knew that with the pitching staff that we had, advancing to the next round, it was going to be a challenge for whoever. But we didn't advance. So, like I said before, 3 games in October. That's not it. So hopefully this year, people are scared of us. Deeper in the playoffs.
What are you looking for from Sandoval in spring?
Just get his reps. He hasn't pitched in a while, so just keep getting his reps. Velo's getting up. The quality of the bullpens are better, so we'll see where we at in the upcoming weeks.
And just if he's healthy and firing, like what can he be?
He was a solid pitcher before, so we expect the same thing.
Did you see Cutter today, Brian?
Yeah. I mean, just his regular bullpen. Glad that he's out there competing, which is the most important thing. We'll reassess his situation whenever we have to, but right now, so far, so good.
Campbell hasn't played a ton of third as a pro or otherwise. What is it about him and his current situation that you want to kind of mix that in a little bit during camp?
Where we at roster-wise, and if we get this back,
Yeah.
we can find a bats. That's his tool, of offense. And for a month there, we were very excited. Then the league caught up with him. It took us a while to make adjustments, but he's in a good spot now. You guys will see him. It's a different setup. The mindset is still the same, hit the ball hard, but he made some adjustments, and he was able to go to Puerto Rico and try it for a little bit, and it was trending in the right direction. It's just that he needs to get back home, but we're excited. He looks great physically. He looked great physically last year, anyways. But versatility is important for him, and just to keep evolving as a defender, I think it's important. But defensive aside, we got to get this going. That's the most important thing.
Although it is interesting, right? Because yesterday you said that like for Marcelo or like more than 2 positions was you didn't think that was the right play with him. Like how much is it? How much are you still kind of needing to figure out exactly where that fit is for Campbell on the diamond?
I think it's important, but like I said, let's get this one going. I think that's his card. Like last year he made the team because we thought he was going to hit. He hit for a little bit and then he struggled, and he knows it. And now it's just a matter like hopefully the adjustments he made and the suggestions that we gave him can translate in between the lines. In the cage, in BP, it looks great. Now we have to do it in the game.
Insofar though as like the focus is on getting the hit tool reestablished, like was there like how much dialogue was there of like maybe we just stick him at one position until the hit tool is going, and then
I don't think he's going to play the infield.
yeah.
He's going to play mostly outfield, but we cannot forget about the infield part of it because you never know what can happen. Like all his work will be in the outfield. Individual work will be with Flo whenever. That's what we're doing.
Like extra stuff and early stuff, like
And it's not going to be like in a group setting. It's one-on-one, attention to detail, and see how it looks.
IKF talked about valuable experience, Game 7 ALCS, Game 7 of the World Series, like learning from that. Your group, 3 games. Do you feel like you still got some of that, like some good experience?
Oh, it was a great learning experience. We were, 1 win away to advancing, and we didn't win, right? And we tied the game in the 8th. It was the 8th or 7th, whatever, and no, in the 7th, in the 8th, and then we had 2 outs, 2 strikes, and they scored 2 or 1, and we lost the game, and then we didn't make plays in Game 3, and we lost. So, it was a good learning experience, but I'd rather learn winning, to be honest with you.
When Cutter ultimately makes his return, what do you want to see out of him?
Excuse me?
When Cutter ultimately makes his return, what do you want to see out of him after all the time he's missed?
Same thing we saw a few years ago. A guy that can use his fastball. He's a really good fastball, pitchability, and he can compete.
Nearly all of the guys on this roster have never experienced a playoff game at Fenway. How much does that have you talked to them about what that atmosphere is like, and does that kind of motivate you to get them there when you know what a weapon Fenway can be in the postseason?
we got to get there first. We got to be better in the regular season. We were okay last year. We were great at home. We were good against the division. It's the same goals, right? But now it's kind of like hopefully we can get that back at Fenway and then take advantage of that. But you know, to lose question, you know, we learned a lot at Yankee Stadium. We got loud, you know, it was quiet for a while there too. So we can play. I mean, there were some guys that just watch, you know, from wherever they were. So it's a new group. It's a new season. That's something I learned the hard way in 2019, you know. So we have to reset and start from scratch. And like I said, hopefully this year we can be consistent enough that we can play, you know, October baseball at Fenway and see where it takes us.
Alex, you talked at the end of last year about how Chapman kind of exerted some influence on the clubhouse over time. Are you seeing that maybe now?
Yeah, you see it. I mean, he was there, and people were gravitating towards him. He's in a great spot. He was actually ready for the tournament, you know, ahead. He was ahead through a few lives, I think it was. Now we have to deload him a little bit, but you know, you see Guerrero in the weight room at 5:30 in the morning, Oviedo in the weight room at 5:30 in the morning, and that's who he is. Even in the off season, if you follow him, you know, Salvi there, you know, working out with him. A lot of guys, Narvi went to his place to work out. The guy's he's consistent. He's really good, and I'm glad that, you know, he made the decision to stay here. And you can see him now probably more comfortable in spring training, talking to guys, helping them out, and understanding that his voice is important in that clubhouse.
Guys who threw live today are all WBC guys. Were you kind of getting them a little head start?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to get them ready. I think Friday is the Bello Suarez group. They'll throw lives, and I know, you know, like Bello will start in the first round. Suarez, of course, he'll do that. But they're in a good place, the relievers, Moran, Whitlock, and Weiser. From our end, we have to get them ready. That's the most important thing. And it's not for the federations. It's for our benefit, right? Like, they're going to compete. Some of them are going to be back, you know, right after the first round, but some of them I do believe they're going to be out there probably till the end. So, you know, if they're ready to go, at least we feel comfortable.
Yeah, so that, I mean, I guess I'm just saying it's no coincidence that they were.
No. I mean, that's actually, for Witt, that's his third live or something like that. So, you know how he is. He's on point. Yeah.
With Crochet last year, you guys shortened the start there, a little extra rest here. This year, what does that approach look like, if at all, if there is an approach?
Very similar. Take care of everybody. He'll start in Cincinnati for game one, and then let's get that shit over with. And then from there, we got an off day on Thursday, right? So it's Wednesday.
It's Thursday, off Friday.
Yeah, whatever it is, yeah, that. And then we go to Houston Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll arrange the rotation, you know, to take care of people. I think this is more about, do we want, you know, lefty, righty, lefty, or lefty, lefty, righty, righty, whatever we decide at the end. But he's in a good spot. He obviously different life, right? The sleeping part of it is different now, but in a good way, right? And just got to make sure he's healthy, keep him fresh, and like I told him in Texas when he was upset because we took him out after 5, I think it was 6. I said, bro, to do cool things in October, we have to take care of you from day one, and he did a great thing in October. I think it was 118 pitches, right? So for him to do that, we have to take care of him in the beginning of the season.
With all the pitching depth that you guys have you guys discussed a 6-man rotation?
No. We're good. Thank you.
But it's a new record.
Yeah, right.